What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and this is a different type of video. Usually we answer your questions in the Greater Waughs, but today I want to ask you guys a question. So today is officially Friday the 13th, the bad luck day. So I don't know if making up a list to go up against Gersh and another opponent is a good day to do it today, because bad luck usually befalls me in our 40K games. Usually I'm the target of everybody, and Gersh usually goes out sneaking the win since they kind of ignore him. But anyway, my question to you guys was, so I've made a 1,000 point list that I'm going to go up against Gersh and a buddy of ours. So it's going to be a three-way 1,000 point battle. I'm not exactly sure of the battle type, but besides that being the point, I just want to know how this list will basically stand up against a variety of things. So from what I'm aware of, the buddy of ours, he's most likely going to use salamanders. Now he also plays Necrons, but I'm pretty sure he's using salamanders, so keep that in mind. And then Gersh 1, obviously he plays orcs. He's got a Skitarii army, but I don't think that's done yet, so he could either be playing orcs or the Inquisition / Imperial Fists. So I'm leaning that he's probably going to go towards orcs, but again guys, I'm not 100% sure. So that being said, let's dive into my 995 point list. So yes, I'm using my Celestial Sons, but I'm not using their special rules or anything. I'm going to be playing them as Blood Angels, because lore-wise, I think that's the closest thing any type of Space Marine chapter is akin to them without actually playing just vanilla Marines. So that being said, I'm playing Blood Angels. I'm using a Battleforged army, and it is a battalion detachment. So that's 3 command points right here. And my HQ is a Librarian dreadnought. So dreadnoughts are one of my personal favorite models in all of 40K. And I decided to go with the Librarian dreadnought because it'll know Smite, Shield of Sanguinius, and Blood Boil. So Smite's pretty good to just, give out mortal wounds. Blood Boil, I'm not so sure how well that'll do. And Shield of Sanguinius, it's always good to give invulnerable saves to my units. So that's a really good one. Now I'm kind of lacking in psychic powers, because I really wish they would have given the Wings of Sanguinius psychic power so I could have a flying psychic dreadnought. But most likely we gotta wait till the codex drops. But that being said, he does have the Furioso Force Halberd, a Furioso Fist, and I upgraded his ranged weapon to the Meltagun. So this guy is gonna be a heavy hitter. Most likely he's gonna be the target of my opponents. Moving on from that, I have for my second HQ, just a regular old captain. I'm going to be using my Sol Oros model. So because of this, I want it to be, what you see is what you get. So he's got a Relic Blade, a Thunder Hammer, and he's got Frag and Crack Grenades. With this, my plan is just to basically have him give buffs to my army. So kind of have him in the middle, have my tactical squads in the front, and kind of help him out like with their rerolls and whatnot. And if I do get him in close combat, he should be doing work, depending on what I need him to do. Either go at initiative with the Relic Blade, or hit hard with the Thunder Hammer. So those are my 2 HQs. And then for the other compulsory troop choices, I've got 3 5-man tactical squads. I decided to go with 5-mans because it's, cheap points-wise, 65 points each, and I didn't give them any upgrades. So basically, they're just there to meet the requirements so I could get those 3 command points via the battalion detachment. So once I've got the Librarian, my captain, and my 3 troops, now I'm basically free to add in whatever else I feel my core army is lacking. And with that, I chose the Centurion Devastator squad. So I kept it at 3-man, and I'm using the Centurion missile launcher as well as the double last cannons for each. So this is what I'm hoping wins me the game. These guys, I believe it's called, is decimator protocols, so they can move their 4 inches and still fire without getting a -1 to their shooting. And that's really good because the last cannons are going to do work. I believe it's D6 damage, so hopefully I can roll high. And even if I only get 1s, if everything hits, that's 6 wounds right there. So I have a potential of doing 36 wounds with these if I get 6s all around. But yeah, they're gonna be causing a lot of damage, hopefully. Yes, they're expensive, but I think it's well worth it. And then I had a few, couple hundred points left over or whatnot, so I decided to go just with a regular dreadnought. Basic storm bolter, dreadnought close combat weapon, and an assault cannon, just to fill in the points and maybe kind of take away some of the attention from my Librarian dreadnought, since now I have 2 on the field. So let me know how this list looks. Once again, I got the Librarian Dread, a regular captain with close combat emphasis, 3 tactical squads, 5-man each, just bolters all around, Centurion Devastator squad, 3-man with Centurion missile launchers, 2 last cannons each, and lastly, the bare bones dreadnought. Again, guys, this will be our first official 8th edition game. We've been trying to get a game in for like 6 months, and usually something comes up. It's like, oh man, I don't have my rules for it, or oh, I only have like an hour to play. We won't even be able to get a good game in. So now, hopefully, we can play this Sunday, which would be the 15th, I believe. So if you're watching this before or after, just kind of keep that in mind. We might have already played it. If not, I will leave a link at the end so you guys can go see the battle report if it's out. If not, just wait for the future. But yeah, guys, what do you guys think? Should I completely redo it? What type of list would you run against a Space Marine / Inquisition, opponent? And let me know. Now, one thing to keep in mind is it is a 3-way, so it's gonna kind of change things, thematically, because you're not just focusing on one opponent. You've got another guy to think about, so. And also, we don't know the game type yet, so that's another thing to kind of keep in mind. I feel like I'm pretty much covering all my bases. I've got ranged with the Centurion Devastators. I've got 3 troops, which, in my opinion, that's more than enough. I've got a Dreadnought Librarian, so that's my psychic power. And then I've got another Dreadnought to kind of, absorb shots coming at us. So I think that's alright. Close combat-wise, probably the Captain and the Librarian Dread are all I have. Because if my Devastators get stuck in there, they're not going to be doing much. And my tactical squads, they're only 5-man, so they're probably not going to last too long. But if it is objective-based, I do have, 3 squads that could potentially get objectives or relics, whatever. So again, guys, let me know what you guys would do tactics-wise, what I should change. Maybe if I should just, not use any detachments and just kind of go unbound or whatever it's called nowadays. So yeah, I really want to know your tips and tricks for building an 8th edition list. Now, with my Celestial Sons, this is probably the route I'm gonna take. Yeah, I was doing a bunch of like homebrew, psychic powers, homebrew rules. But I think if I really want to play this army, actually at games, at tournaments, I'm probably gonna run them as like a Blood Angel successor chapter, or maybe just go vanilla Marines, but I'm kind of leaning more towards Blood Angels, since the Celestial Sons do favor like flames and that kind of thing. So instead of using melta weaponry, which a lot of Blood Angels do, I'd be using plasma. Yeah, it's a risk, but it's one that I'm willing to take because I feel like that kind of takes the whole, plasma has a little bit longer range than melta, so it's kind of, mid-range to short range with their flamers and whatnot. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for my question to you. Wish me good luck. Hopefully I can come out on top, but again, you never know how the dice gods will roll. And that's all I've got for you guys today. Don't forget, guys, it is October, so in just a few short weeks, we will be getting into our OMS Hollow Week, where we will be putting out creepypastas and other scary, horrifying, terrorific things. So be sure to stay subscribed so you guys can check those videos out. We also have a Facebook page where we post each and every day, so check that out for more things 40K and nerdy. And that's all I've got for you guys. As always, I am the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.